The rightful sorcerer supreme, Dr. Strange, and the god of thunder, Thor. I've made a couple of videos on these two characters already, so I figured why not pin the two most powerful Avengers, or some of the most powerful Avengers and most powerful characters in the MCU against each other, and figure out who actually wins if they were to fight each other in an all-out battle. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below on any thoughts you have about this video. Now let us go through the categories which help us properly determine the victor. We shall be beginning with the category of strength. Who's physically stronger between these two characters? Well, Doctor Strange is more or less a human being who has tapped into a superior world. I feel like I've said this quite a few times already. He is above the physical strength levels of an ordinary human being, but nowhere close to the physical strength levels of a super soldier, meaning he is nowhere close to the physical strength levels of Thor, someone who is capable of holding his own and going blow for blow in terms of physical strength with someone like the Hulk and Thanos. And these characters are capable of one-punching leviathans. The difference in strength between Thor and Doctor Strange is massive. Let's move on to the category of speed. Who is faster between these two characters? Well, both of them are incredibly fast, with both of them being capable of reacting to fast characters like Thanos and Hela. And Hela is capable of reacting or blocking and dodging Thor's volatile lightning. That, of course, puts her at another level of speed. And Thor, being on par with her levels of speed and even getting greater than those levels of speed, proves how fast he is. Now, Thanos can sometimes be seen to be faster than the speed levels of Thor, and Doctor Strange was capable of holding his own in terms of speed against Thanos, putting his speed levels at a high level himself. But in my personal opinion, Thor is faster than Doctor Strange in terms of reactive speed, with him just naturally seeming more faster and having a bit more speed feet to his side. And then in terms of movement or flying speed, I'm also going on Thor's side and saying he's faster in those aspects as well, given that Mjolnir is capable of flying from outer space to Thor's hands in a matter of seconds, and Stormbreaker being almost close to those levels of speed. Doctor Strange's cloak of levitation is actually quite fast itself, but it's nowhere close to the speed levels of Mjolnir and Stormbreaker when they are pulling Thor. So in terms of reactive speed, Thor is slightly faster, and in terms of movement and flying speed, Thor is definitely faster than the speed levels of Doctor Strange. Now let's move on to durability. I've said this before in a previous Doctor Strange video. Doctor Strange isn't actually durable, or is not as durable as he should be. He can sometimes be knocked out by things that really should not be knocking out a person of his level of power or of his caliber. But it's Thor's levels of durability at an absolutely different level. Him taking on the full force of the star, which is one of the greatest MCU durability feats, as well as him taking blows from Thanos, Hulk, Iron Man, and so many other characters. He took the Power Stone to his bloody skull and was still kind of fine after that, after a bit of healing and stuff like that. And his endurance also is actually quite good. His stamina is also incredible. So in terms of durability and endurance and regenerative and healing capabilities, I'm going on Thor's side and saying he's much greater in those aspects than Doctor Strange. Now in terms of martial arts, who is greater, I at first would be saying it's obvious that Thor would be a greater martial artist, but Doctor Strange did learn a bit of martial arts from Mordo, which is actually quite incredible and quite impressive. Unfortunately, we never actually see him use these things in a proper actual full-on battle, because majority of the time he just uses his powers. But nonetheless, we know he has levels of martial arts. Unfortunately, they are nowhere close to the levels of martial arts as of Thor, given that Thor has been fighting for hundreds of years in many more battles, and he has also trained for many more years than Doctor Strange. We saw him face off against some of the world's greatest martial artists in the first Thor movie when he was taking down the SHIELD agent. He actually took all of them down by himself in a matter of minutes. That proves how truly skilled he is in terms of martial arts, and proves that Doctor Strange is nowhere close to those levels of martial arts. Now let us talk about power and versatility. Now this is the aspect that actually changes things a lot, especially for Doctor Strange, with Doctor Strange being way more versatile than Thor, given that though Thor can use a bunch of different weapons, we have seen him use Stormbreaker, Mjolnir, Gungnir, Zeus's lightning bolt, swords, a massive hammer and stuff like that. We know he's capable of using a variety of different weapons, and he's actually quite good at using them. Doctor Strange, on the other hand, has so many different spells, which granted a massive advantage in a battle. I mean, we saw just a few of these spells when he faced off against Thanos in Infinity War, and then we saw a bit more of these spells in Avengers Endgame, and even more in the Multiverse of Madness. And the fact that he lived through thousands of different timelines and saw how many spells he could possibly have proves how truly skilled this character is, how versatile he actually is. And I mean, the fact that he can even create any weapon he wants proves also that he is actually quite versatile, and his power is not to be underestimated at all, with it being able to overwhelm characters like Thanos possessing 4 stones. So in terms of power, though Thor's lightning is never to be underestimated, given that he is capable of destroying the Rainbow Bridge, which is something that Mjolnir struggled to do. He is also capable of momentarily incapacitating Hela, someone with incredible level of durability and endurance, and also destroy a portion of the Asgardian palace. His lightning is not to be underestimated. It is also capable of hurting Gore and Thanos. It would drastically hurt Doctor Strange, maybe even kill Doctor Strange if he is hit with enough of it. But in terms of natural power, I'm going on Doctor Strange's side, given the amount of different spells he has to his advantage. Now, ultimately, who wins between these two characters if they are to fight each other in an all-out battle? Can I please get a drum roll? The victor is the God of Thunder, Thor. I mean, in terms of strength, speed, durability, and martial arts, this character is far, far greater than Doctor Strange. There is no real comparison between the two. The only thing that actually goes on Doctor Strange's side is the spells. Now, Thor is on par with the speed levels of someone like Thanos, and Thanos is able to react and dodge majority of the spells that Doctor Strange threw at him. And if Doctor Strange tries summoning like a monster to come and fight against Thor, we know Thor's Stormbreaker will be capable of easily defeating that monster, given that it was able to pierce the skin of Thanos, as well as a variety of different characters and monsters. So the summoning monsters things wouldn't help Doctor Strange, and him having a whole bunch of different spells also might not even help Doctor Strange, given Thor's incredible levels of durability and his speed, being capable of dodging majority of the attacks Doctor Strange throws at him. Ultimately, Doctor Strange does have a power like the mirror dimension. With the mirror dimension, it's a possibility that Doctor Strange could use that against Thor and actually gain the advantage. But you actually have to consider the fact that the mirror dimension entrance can be destroyed, given that we actually saw Thanos using the Power Stone actually destroy the entrance into the mirror dimension. So it is actually a possibility that even Thor might have enough power to actually destroy the mirror dimension, given that his lightning was capable of hurting Thanos and Stormbreaker was capable of taking on the force of the Infinity Stone. Yes, a few other statistics must be involved when thinking about that, but nonetheless, his lightning could be on par with the power of the actual Power Stone, which could mean he has a chance of actually destroying the mirror dimension entrance himself. Doctor Strange is a phenomenally and incredibly powerful character, one of the most powerful Avengers, but Thor is definitely the victor in this battle. Now, I'm sure a few people have a lot of comments and thoughts about what I've just said. It's understandable. I have a few comments and thoughts about what I just said, but anyway, I'd like to see some of them below. This is MC Info with another MC Clash. I'm out.